And welcome back to Let's Play Animal Crossing, where we are immediately getting cheated out. Oh, here we go again. You again. Here we go, you again, huh? Shannon, I'm feeling bad for you after all, wanting to do what you're told not to do is human nature. Okay, so he's gonna chart you off, and I need to explain why. I want to show off a feature, because yesterday we talked about codes. So I want to discuss how codes can be used to get certain things like NES games, like DK, like the arcade DK, Donkey Kong Jr. Let's see, I think Balloon Fight, and several others, and that's some basically crashed game. Basically, my capture card didn't want to play DK, so it literally crashed. I'm not kidding. I accidentally threw away a letter that I got off screen that basically said there'd be a sale tomorrow at 3 p.m. Some sort of special rare sale, so I have no clue what that entails. It could be pretty much any rare item. I think it can even be paintings for the museum, if I'm not mistaken, so that would be worth it if that's the case. Really though, I don't remember what exactly is on sale. Yeah, but I tried to use a code at Nooks to get an NES game. I tried to play it, and then my capture card crashed because of weird capture card stuff. So yeah, no NES games on this playthrough. If I ever wanted to do a Let's Play of the original Donkey Kong, which would take like 10 minutes, well, I know how now. I can do that now. Okay, but seriously. Let's go into some stuff about Resetti, actually, because there are a lot of myths about Resetti that are mostly stemming from this game, and some of the myths ironically became kind of ironically true later on. Now I'm not 100% sure about this, so keep that in mind. So there's the big urban legend that you can figure out where Resetti lives. I'm pretty sure that's only in the Butsunomori Plus. I don't think that's the Reset Surveillance Center is in this particular version. As far as I'm aware, again, I may be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, you can't actually go to the Reset Center in this version. Ironically, it makes sense actually because the Butsunomori Plus E Plus came out later. Most later games actually do have the Reset Center, starting with City Folk. City Folk, you can go into the city at night, and you can sometimes go into the Reset Center. New Leaf, you can actually choose to build the Reset Center yourself, and then choose to, you can choose to visit it on certain nights when the manhole cover is open. So lots of different stuff that you can do there. If you reset enough times, you actually encounter Don Resetti, who is a lot nicer than his brother, but still has a very tough side to him. Like, he will chew you out still, but he's not like as intense about it. And I think in this game, and in most Animal Crossings, you only see Don Resetti like one time. Typically, he only pops up like once, maybe twice. New Leafy shows up more often because you can actually find him in the Reset Center, I think, if I'm remembering right. Another urban myth in this game, and perpetuated throughout the entire franchise, is regarding the fake outs that Resetti will do if you reset a lot. Resetti basically will be like, I'm gonna erase your town because you've been naughty, so then the screen will go black, which would probably completely screw up my capture card if just switching to DK did so. And then he comes back and is like, yeah, tricked you, huh? So, a lot of people believe that there's some urban legend that he will actually delete your save file and like erase your save in town and everything. As far as my research has shown, this is actually impossible in any version, any region. It's just not true whatsoever. Because there's some rumors that it works in the like the European and Australian versions or PAL region. And as far as I know, in no version of the game can I found an NES game. What an ironic day. I again can't show it because my capture card will crash. So basically, Resetti will never destroy your save. He'll never destroy your town. Those are just basically rumors perpetuated over the last, 10, 15 years of Animal Crossing. But yeah, in this game, he comes the closest because he'll actually threaten to erase your town. So, and this is kind of, I think, where the rumors stem from. But there's no, like, concrete evidence from what I can tell. And even so, even if there is some grain of truth to these rumors, which as far as I know is not true, chances are you'd have to actually reset like 100, 200 times, because people have apparently tested stuff, and after many resets, nothing bad happens. So either you have to reset a lot, or I don't know. So he's basically encouraging us to go to the aerobics festival in 10 days. Oh yeah, you actually get some special items if you go every day, so that'll be fun. So we'll just have to add that to our daily routine for that week or so. Taste improves every time we make them, and I love cooking. She didn't actually let us give an answer for that question, so that's a little weird. Just a little bit strange. We're actually only like 40,000 bells away from paying off the debt, so one bell code will actually get us past that. So we might just do that, to be honest. Wait a minute, Clue Clue Land? I don't think I've ever actually played Clue Clue Land. If not, just very briefly. Like, I think as a kid, I only played Clue Clue Land very briefly because I thought it was boring, and then just went back to playing Wario's Woods, which is like a Tetris-y kind of thing. It's actually really good, and it was my favorite of the NES games featured. Another thing, back to the NES game topic, NES games were taken out starting with Wild World, and the speculation is that by 2005, that they were okay, let's put it this way. Probably the DS wouldn't be able to properly emulate DS games, the NES games. But when Wii came out, they had the Virtual Console, like Super Mario Bros. Was in there, Donkey Kong was in there, Clue Clue Land, Balloon Fight, Excite Bike. You're sensing a pattern. So the reason why there's no more NES games is because they just want you to buy them individually through the Virtual Console, which is shrewd marketing. But yeah, it kinda sucks. Yeah, I think Super Mario Bros. Did I already say that? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I said that in this take, because it was a failed take. Or did I already say it? But yeah, a couple of them are not actually really readily available. Super Mario Bros. I think was meant to be given away during an e-reader event. So you can't actually get that normally without hacking the game. There's not even the code for it. So no way to play Super Mario Bros. Except on the bazillion consoles that play Super Mario Bros. So no big loss because, again, people have pretty much gotten Super Mario Bros. To run on everything. I'm pretty sure there's like a Atari version if you look hard enough. But then again, why would you be trying to play a game on the Atari anymore? Other than that, there's not a whole lot more to say today. Again, what I was gonna do is just do a joke video where I actually do a full playthrough of the NES DK game, which was actually Mario's first game, by the way. But since I can't get that to work, and keep the capture unit running, I guess we're just gonna have to not have a gag episode. Oh well, maybe someday. Yeah, I don't know why, but like, cause the screen cut to black and it was like capture card like disconnected or something, and then that was it. And I was like, okay, and then the whole thing was lagging so far behind. Like the audio, it was just irretrievable. What are some of the other ones? Yeah, I think Zelda was also supposed to be an event one, but never was released. At least, I don't think it was released in Japan? I mean, outside of Japan? Might have been released in Japan. There's a lot of weird stuff like that with Nintendo now. Releasing certain events and not releasing the same event in another region. Pokemon is really bad about that. I was watching a Pokemon Platinum Let's Play, and yeah, there's apparently a lot of stuff that just they never got around to releasing overseas. For some reason. It's like you make all these fancy pantsy events. Fancy schmancy events, not pantsy. Fancy pants, I don't know. But it's just like, I don't know. It just feels weird that they go to the effort of programming all that stuff and then they just like never use it. It's just baffles me that, you know, apparently Nintendo has money to burn or something. Again, people always say Nintendo has a lot of money in the bank and that they can survive several consoles flat out bombing and it'll still be okay. But I think some of those reports have been exaggerated to the point where it's just sort of like reassurance at this point. You know, having multiple consoles bomb, I don't know if any company can survive that. Like, look at Sega, but that's a topic for another time. Let's talk to Punchy. Repeated dialogue. Which of these best describes you? I guess I would be a workhorse. Figured as much. You've got a certain air. That's why I'm moving around. So let's see. I bet your sign is Capricorn, right? Nope. I'm trying to remember what I was. I'm a Leo, but there's something closer. Like, I'm technically a Leo, but I'm closer to whatever comes after Leo. It's just escaping me right now. But like the one like August 23rd onwards, whatever that sign is, I'm closer to that than being a Leo. Because Leos are generally, I think, considered more confident. And I'm not like super confident. Okay. I'm totally running out of things to say at this point. So, might as well call it a day. We discussed the NES games that you cannot actually get to run while still keeping a Let's Play rolling. And we talked about some more e-reader stuff. We talked about the stuff about Resetti. Basically, Resetti will never destroy your save file, so you can reset to your heart's content if you're patient enough to sit through his dialogue every time. Because towards the end, he gets really ranty. Just fair warning, he gets really ranty. So, yeah, keep that in mind. So, you know, you don't get like stuck in long conversations when you don't want to. Again, besides you're on risk, and if you don't want your ear chewed off, metaphorically speaking, and always, you know, reset responsibly, meaning in Fire Emblem. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Let's just end it here. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Animal Crossing.